Trizzy topics. I got about maybe 4 or 5 players that I feel like need to prove themselves before they be kicked the fuck out.
And that's one of the ones.
Go ahead. My first person, Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he definitely got to.
Yeah,
he can't be on my motherfucking team.
In some kind of way. No. You got a decent running back. You got an okay defense. You got a good-ass tight end that was close to being one of the top 3 fucking receivers.
Just say he a midget and he can't see. He can't
see over. I like Kyler Murray because Kyler Murray can be a beast. Like, Kyler Murray can be.
But where's Ben at? Where's Ben at?
You can see his potential,
but is it him or is it?
No, it's him.
Is it him is it
him.
Because Kyler Murray do a lot.
I don't see nobody talking about him. They want him.
True. All right, so you got.
I agree with that though.
You got him. I agree with him. Who else?
Anthony Richardson.
Oh yeah.
You got Daniel Jones running behind him and shit. You got Daniel Jones running 90 yards, tripping and shit, trying to get that spot. Nigga, you gotta step the fuck up and not sit there and be on some shit talking about, yo, I was tired. Like, what?
Yeah, Anthony Richardson, that shit he did last year. Take me out the game, folks. No.
He'd have been fired the next.
You cannot do that, bro. You cannot do that.
He definitely got.
That's crazy work.
I can't believe he.
That's crazy work.
That's why I was just
you got to show and prove because you lose your job to Danny Dimes.
Like,
no, he won't.
You lose having a bad job. You lose
your job to a nigga that just got fired. Wait. You lose your job to a nigga that just got fired, Danny Dimes. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Don't nobody got faith in Danny Dimes.
But yes, when you do this tick, make sure you pull up Daniel Jones running 90 yards for that trip.
No, he can run, man.
Listen. Hey,
only person in the world that got faith in Danny Dimes is Black.
Yep.
Point the camera on.
His face
and I stand going. I stand going.
Go ahead.
Because
he don't look like no grown man in the
field. Because I ain't gonna lie. A lot of the quarterbacks that we talk about don't even got his resume. A lot of the quarterbacks that we talk about.
And what's his resume with the Giants? Please let me know.
They went to the
Giants. Let me know. How many years has he been with the Giants? And how many times did he go to the playoffs?
He won. What are you talking about? And not only did he win, but he beat the number 2 seed when it went to the playoffs. Remember Minnesota? They was 13.
I ain't giving him no.
Their record was what was that? Wait, no, cuz.
No.
That record.
We saw what he did without Saquon.
Cuz.
Why is it Saquon with us, but it ain't Saquon?
What?
Cuz
we talking about in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, against Minnesota.
Yeah, against Minnesota, he had. What you pulled up the numbers before. He had 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he ran for
So we care about one playoff.
Yeah. But Saquon,
that's the game that they won. They put.
That's not what I'm saying. How do you like the motherfucker that made one fucking playoff?
What are you
talking about?
If you,
I don't get Black. Black like quarterbacks that don't make it. I swear to God, that don't win Super Bowl.
First off,
he likes quarterbacks that don't win Super Bowl. That's what we gonna give it. That's what we gonna say.
I watch quarterbacks.
That's what we gonna say.
Well, I watch
that's like your fraud. That's
to
the
know
biggest
how to.
that's the biggest fraud.
That know how to play. You talking about playoffs? We're talking about quarterback play. We're talking about quarterback play, Britt. There's a difference between quarterback play and quarterback wins.
I understand that, but how do you like a motherfucker that don't do nothing for his team?
Hold on. There's a lot of quarterbacks that is good that haven't won. So what are you saying?
Daniel Jones.
So that's no.
But Daniel Jones is the definition of getting carried.
This was one of my takes that I was going to get into later because a lot of people have expectations on unrealistic shit. Like you got like when I watch Kenyon Martin and them, right? I was watching Kenyon Martin and them and they was arguing about like why do players get compared to other players? Mm-hmm. And one of the boys said, yo, it's competition. Anytime you're in competition, you're going to be compared to your opposition, whoever you're going against. That's how it is in sports. But what I'm saying is, out of all the players in the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. There's 32 starting quarterbacks, right? Mm-hmm. How many teams make it to the playoffs?
8.
So it's 8 teams that make it to the playoffs, right?
One of them now. Yeah.
Okay, so do that mean that all the rest of them teams that don't make it to the playoffs, all of their quarterbacks is garbage? Come on, bro.
Well,
that's just like the.
Come on, you see.
But Danny Downs is the definition of getting carried.
Like, come on, you just trying to make your argument, man.
That's real.
Like that, he's trash.
Is that real or
trash? He's trash.
But who else?
Hey, cuz, you know what's crazy, cuz? Is that
I don't trust no nigga.
No, cuz, this is the crazy thing, cuz, this is
you had people out there.
This is the crazy thing, cuz. You know what's so crazy about this whole talk? You know what's crazy about this whole talk? And why I stopped saying the shit that she's saying right now? The reason why I stopped saying the shit that she's saying right now is because this same conversation was had about Sam Darnold. The same conversation was had about Baker Mayfield. Both of them was niggas that they was calling garbage. And both of them niggas fucked the league up last year. Yeah, both of them fucked the league up.
They did last year, and I still don't win it. I still don't win
No.
I still don't care about him either.
No.
You think I got him winning next year?
Okay,
I got him winning next year. What are we
let
talking
me ask you a
about?
question, cuz. So after you see Sam Darnold last season, there is no way Sam Darnold broke records last season, Britt. Sam Darnold broke records last season. So there's no way that you can see that nigga and still say that he garbage if you watch last season. There's no way.
Well,
but then they put a team around him.
That's what they put a team around everybody.
Big team around him. Just like they hurt.
They put a team around everybody.
So you can say that about Baker Mayfield.
They put a team around everybody. That's why you don't call them garbage. How you gonna call them garbage?
So you would over Baker Mayfield?
You can say that about Baker Mayfield because we've seen a couple years now of Baker Mayfield being good.
Consistently.
You know I'm not gonna say that about Sam Darnold yet.
But
no, that's premature
because this is.
We can't go over
the 1 year in his entire career. So it's premature.
So let me ask you a question,
Sam Darnold went from Justin Jefferson to Jordan Addison to a washed up Cooper Kupp and a beast in Jackson Smith and Jiggy. I don't see the same comparison.
No. What I'm saying is, when you judge the player, right? You know better than anybody that teams like the organization that you go to, the organization that you around.
I think
some people play better in other organizations because remember when you look at Baker Mayfield, right? Now his last 2 seasons he threw for 4,000 yards, 40 plus touchdowns. He's
in the right.
But wait, hold on. But remember. He went from Cleveland. He went to Carolina. Hold on. He went to Carolina. He beat Sam Darnold because they both was on Carolina. He beat Sam Darnold out his job. Hold on. He beat Sam Darnold out his job. And then Sam Darnold won the job back. Remember, Sam Darnold won the job back. And then they got rid of Baker. They got rid of Baker and sent him to the Rams.
That what happened to Sam.
They got rid of Baker and sent him to the Rams. And then when he went to the Rams, he had the one good game, then win. Nobody was talking about it.
We talking about the one good game.
And then when he went to Tampa Bay, no. When he went to Tampa Bay, that's when you seen like, oh shit, this boy's like. He needed a team around you. He needed a team around you. But a lot of players need a team around you.
This is the difference between Baker and Sam Darnold. His ass should have stayed in Minnesota. Him going to Seattle is not going to help.
Well, no, I don't agree with that. Because
I would have stayed in Minnesota.
Because it's not his choice. And Sam Darnold was never supposed to be. No one expected him to be that good last year. So now by him being that good, his pay rate go up. Yeah. That's what happened with Nick Foles. Remember, that's what happened with Nick Foles. Don't nobody care about that. All of these players got help.
No, he had more help than a lot of players.
All of these,
he did.
All of these players
his receivers alone. He had 2 top-notch receivers.
Wait.
What are we talking about? He had a good running game. What are we talking about?
Wait, hey, cuz.
Oh my gosh, I can't with
She didn't say that about Sam Darnold.
He did.
But she won't say it about Jalen Hurts.
You won't say that about
crazy, yo.
But
that
you won't say Jalen Hurts is good, but you say Daniel Jones is good.
She's going to say the team.
We're going to say Daniel Jones is good, but Jalen Hurts sucks. I can't.
What I say is...
He's a fraud, y'all. The biggest fraud. The biggest fraud, y'all. The Rick Ross fraud.
Yo, when you watch players... When you watch players, cuz you watch players that you know you can see the potential in the player if you watch them. If you can't see the potential in the player when you're watching them, then you just watching to see who's winning. You're a bandwagoner.
No, I've
never been a bandwagoner. I'm a nigga that
you like people that don't win. That's okay. You like the underdogs. You like underdogs. That's okay. You like people that don't win.
Yes, because last year.
That's because last year. What did I say, cuz? I like to see my
What did I say to you, cuz?
And we don't see that. What are we playing this game for, dude? What are we playing this game for?
How many players win?
You like to see losers. You like to see losers.
How many players win?
I don't get it.
How many players win?
Who like to see losers?
It's 32 teams. How many quarterbacks win?
Who mentioned Sam Darnold?
Wait, hey, cuz, we're about to shut this shit down. I promise you, cuz, this episode, we're about to shut all this fraud shit down. All of this fraud shit about to be shut down. How many teams is in the NFL, Brittany?
32.
It's 32 teams, Brittany. How many quarterbacks make it to the playoffs, Brittany?
16 quarterbacks, right?
16 quarterbacks make it to the playoffs. So that's over. So that's a little over half, right?
He thought I wasn't going to.
So hold on. So that's half of them making to the playoffs, right? Half of them making to the playoffs, right? So that means that in her logic, the other 16 quarterbacks that didn't make it is all garbage. From her logic, right, cuz? That's what she's saying, right? The other 16,
we gonna talk about
that's what you just said.
Winning. We gonna talk about people that's gonna make the playoffs every year.
Yo.
That's what we gonna talk about.
So 16.
Loser.
And
you think you an A and then you
so let me ask you a question. So cuz.
Oh, you're fine.
So cuz. This is what I want to ask. And I want to ask. I want to ask all the fans out there. I want to ask all the fans out there.
6 wins means.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yo, I want to ask all the fans out there. I want y'all to comment on this conversation because I know that some people watch football and they actually watch.
And you gonna lose this argument?
They actually watch the players. Then you got some people that just bandwagon whoever wins. That's what Britt is. Britt is a bandwagon.
He gonna lose this argument. Nobody care about no Sam Darnold.
Whoever is winning.
Nobody care about Daniel Jones. What are we talking about? Loser.
Like, cuz, think about it. Hey,
loser. That's what we're talking about.
So it's Bryce another month?
Hold on, we can't go there.
Oh, no, I'm asking.
No. Trizzy got more to go.
Go ahead,
Trizzy got more to go.
I'm not going to him yet, because we're going to get on his
Come on.
It's controversial. Trevor Lawrence. Tell me he ain't.
He got to step up. Sometimes got to step up.
This is last straight, cuz. This is last.
If you don't do nothing with Travis, you're done. It's not to me. I can't.
He like on his final strike.
Trevor Lawrence is
that's
a tricky
one.
That's a tricky one.
He gotta get it together.
But he is good. I'm not now. You talking about that now? He's better than Sam Darnold.
Trevor,
why? Because the potential.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence got a lot of potential. Trevor Lawrence got
I agree with that.
Play, he on his last league.
I don't know. I don't.
No, I really do.
You done got your coach fired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they always get a lot of people fired. All these quarterbacks get niggas fired left and right.
I don't even know.
If you don't do nothing next year, then we'll be keeping you for it.
because they paid the nigga 230
They
something
gonna
million.
restructure that shit.
They might get somebody on the draft.
If he go out and have
Depending on what they come
they gonna
in.
restructure that shit.
Right.
Listen, we'll keep you, but you gotta take less money.
Yeah, this might be.
But nobody want to talk about Trevor.
I
I'll be like this. How nobody
This
saying
might be
it?
his last hurrah for real. Like, I don't
know.
Not out the NFL, but with
no, with this team. Yeah, on this team.
Then sometimes some of these quarterbacks, they just need a city change. Some of these quarterbacks, I look at that. Like, I look at, like, yo, maybe it's the city, because you know how you said Cleveland is one of them cities where all quarterbacks go to die? They be like, yo, quarterbacks go to die here.
That's real shit.
So when you got that, some people are like in certain cities, they play better.
Yeah.
Like when you go to another city, that change of scenery could really change the way that you play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. But Trevor is a good one. Trevor is a good one. I don't know if I would say that this is last.
He on
season.
the chopping block.
He is on the chopping
No,
block.
on Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Well, on
the key
Jacksonville,
word. Yeah.
see, it's hard. The only reason why it's hard to say that is because they just paid the nigga. Like when you pay a quarterback all that money,
That was like 3 years.
because he was the top paid. He's still in like the top 5 quarterbacks paid in the NFL.
Quarterback.
But then
That's
again,
something next.
I don't know, because we this is a little scarce with quarterbacks around. I don't know.
And then who the next one?
Tua, of course.
He gotta go, y'all. We too scared for him.
Yeah.
As soon as he get hit, he's done.
Tua-
I don't know what Miami doing,
you
man.
can't be
Because
my quarterback.
Miami should have picked up a quarterback in the draft.
They
I don't know
should
what-
have.
But I think they're waiting for this next
But y'all
next
think
draft.
how many teams?
Tua
y'all
like
think-
one more hit away from
They
retirement.
should've got
They
Shador.
sit up there giving that nigga a Ninja Turtle helmet. You seen that shit?
I don't want to play with that. I want to play with you.
No,
with
that
it.
Ninja Turtle helmet. That joint
No,
big as shit.
you look like you could get hurt.
No, I
and I'm gonna
agree.
do that just because you got that.
So
helmet.
why you say-
He won.
So why you say Bryce Young?
He
Right,
won
son,
season.
because like
Because
all right,
he
came
only
on
had a
last year.
couple years. I mean,
But
like
listen,
2
You've
years.
been ass for the last 2-3 years, bro.
Yeah.
Well, 2 years.
Yeah, because he ain't been in the league for
I thought
3
that
years.
He
2
came
years.
on at the end. And he did what he did against
Yeah,
us.
he started balling
He
at
was
the end.
dysfunctional
Yeah.
at that time.
I think he'll step up a little bit this year, but I don't think they're really going to do much in there.
Listen,
I think you missing some
I'm
players
putting
too,
him
Cam.
in. I'm
We gotta
putting
see
him
what
in
he's
his
gonna do
list
this year.
because of his overall career. But last year he came on and he got some nice young bulls down there this year though.
Well, I think
but
you-
he
but
came
he's still
on
on
like
the chopping
towards
block.
the end of the season.
I think
you
you-
missing
I think
Herbert
you,
too. You need to put Herbert in there too because he gotta go.
No, Herbert. No, you
He
tripping.
gotta go soon.
1 year,
Ooh,
one
we
more year,
can't.
1 more year.
That's what I'm saying.
No, Herbert. Wait a minute. Wait, hold up. Don't write it off. Everybody know how talented Herbert is.
He really is, but he's not doing
If
anything.
you don't do nothing this year, then yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But
if he
got
don't do
Herbert
this year,
in
what?
there.
He gonna be on the chopping block next year.
everybody see how talented Herbert is,
He
bro.
is, but-
But it's a point in time where it's gonna be like all this talent for nothing, all this buffness for no reason.
Nothing. All that buffness for no reason.
Like all this talent for nothing.
No, the problem
You're
is
not getting us nowhere.
the problem is not the problem when y'all just talking about getting rid of quarterbacks. The problem is not getting rid of the quarterback. It's about who you gonna replace him with. Herbert is a hard nigga to replace because Herbert arm is out of this fucking world. Herbert arm, he's one of them quarterbacks that's really hard to replace.
I don't care about
He's really
This
hard
is
to
why I
replace.
see
Like,
him.
who you gonna put in his place?
This is why
I need
I'm
somebody-
saying-
Honestly,
It's
if
right
right
It's
now,
right now.
But he
if
be
you
getting
get rid
hurt,
of Herbert,
too.
you can
If
get
you
a good
let-
draft pick for him.
Yeah.
huh?
If you get rid of Herbert right now, you can get a good draft pick for him.
No, what I'm asking is,
And we was
who
talking
are you?
about-
Wait, what I'm
we was
asking
talking
is,
about a
wait,
good
I'm asking
quarterback
you this.
class coming
I'm
up.
asking you this, cuz when you get rid of Herbert, right? This is what I felt about Minnesota. Remember, I was saying this last season about Minnesota. I was like, yo, Sam Darnold won fucking 13 games with them. He won 13 games, put up 4,000 yards. I said, yo, why would they let Sam Darnold go for a rookie? Now we're assuming that this rookie is going to be good, but let's just say this rookie have a Caleb Williams season. Now it's like now the fans. So when you get rid of somebody like Justin Herbert, when you thinking like a GM, right? If I'm thinking like a GM, right? If I let Justin Herbert go, everybody know that Justin Herbert is a beast. Now I let him go. Now I bring in a replacement, and this nigga ain't no better. This nigga garbage. He don't even got the arm that Herbert got. Now the city is going to be on your ass. Hold up, bro.
Let me ask you a question right now. Would you take Dak over Herbert?
No.
If you put Dak on the Chargers, you don't think Dak would be better than Herbert?
See,
no.
Now, hold on. Now,
I see. Y'all got me. Dak
has better seasons. Hold on.
It ain't about that.
Dak be having better seasons than Herbert, though.
It ain't about that.
But they both don't get over the hump.
I don't care about that.
Herbert broke records.
Listen, I don't care about
Yeah, but
that.
he
You put Justin Herbert
better
with CeeDee
seasons.
Lamb and George Pickens. Come on, dog.
That would probably be great.
Yeah.
That would probably be great.
If you put Herbert with them two niggas.
No, they said Dak.
I said I don't give a fuck about Dak. Dak, you just.
But I really
like
Herbert. I'm talking about Justin Herbert with the Cowboys.
They might need to do with some pushing.
Yeah, Justin Herbert would be nice.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
I figured. I'm telling you, cuz
Herbert will probably be crazy on
Herbert,
Cowboys.
like a talent like Herbert.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why I said that. That's part of the reason why I said that sometimes you gotta look beyond wins. Like you gotta really look at
so
talent.
what receivers Herbert working with?
He got McConkey
and
a lot of them other niggas.
Yeah, but they not really.
Oh yeah, he got Mike Williams now.
And he got
whatchamacallit left, right?
Palmer gone, but it's
Palmer gone. Yeah, Palmer gone.
They're not doing nothing over there.
Yeah, he ain't really got the talent that got.
What's next,
over
Trish?
Anyway,
controversial.
Is it?
And y'all gonna hate this one.
Oh gosh.
Jared Goff, nigga, you didn't got to the Super Bowl, the conference championship a couple times with a couple different teams.
No,
Nigga,
that's a fraud team.
I'm not letting you do that. I'm not letting you do that.
When you gonna get over the hump?
I'm not letting you do that.
When you say it, you know that's sounding fraud.
When you gonna get over the hump?
I ain't letting you do that with golf.
You've been on two different teams that made it to the NFC Championship.
Now you know you were wrong.
And then went to the Super Bowl.
And you bloom.
It don't matter.
Bloom. When you gonna get over the hump?
Like I said, cuz this is why I said to you,
nigga, you can't put him on the chopping block and not have Lamar on that chopping block, cuz.
But if you talk about that, you gotta mention Josh Allen.
Hold on,
Lamar, because he's got further than all of them.
Yeah, Josh
Allen got further than all of them.
It's a string of them.
Lamar is that team. That's the difference. Jared Goff is not.
Josh Allen is that team too.
Listen,
Josh Allen is that team.
Yeah, so
his ass was on the chopping block too.
And Josh Allen had nobody.
None of them was doing the chopping block.
Josh Allen to death.
But you know Jared Goff ain't gonna be on no chopping block.
None of them was on the chopping block. When you talk about quarterbacks of that magnitude, especially when you
because anybody can take Goff. Anybody can take Goff right now.
I'm gonna make Jared Goff safe.
Yeah, you better.
Dan Campbell, you on the chopping block, nigga. Call it a dumbass play.
Why would you
at the end of the game to blow the fucking game.
I agree with that. He can be on the chopping block.
Call
he
it
can be on the chopping block.
I don't know. I like
He can be on the chopping block. He could be on the chopping block.
He on the chopping block. Call another dumbass play.
I like Dan Campbell too. And that's another thing. I don't agree with a
they be on him like they
what a lot of people be saying about Dan Campbell. What a lot of people be saying about Dan Campbell, the reason why I don't agree with a lot of people that go at Dan Campbell is because when they blowing teams out all year, they praise him.
Yeah, they
he be doing trick plays and they be
sure
blowing teams out.
Around,
but as soon as it don't work, y'all want to say, "Oh, he's a bad coach."
No, you gotta know when and where.
But that's why I say we gotta look at the complete season though, because if you showing a pattern. When we get in these big moments and you fuck up, and that's what you constantly do in these big moments, something got to give. You could be a good coach around the season, But when it comes to these key spots, it's like,
no, but last year,
like,
but last
we
year,
dropping the ball.
Last year, I don't say that. I don't say that about
He
that.
called that play.
The season,
Jameson went straight to the sideline. Like, yo, I told you not to run that play.
It was
the
two seasons back to back. He done did trick plays at the wrong time.
No, but the season before, you could put that one on. The season before
last season on.
So
because last season everybody was injured on defense.
Don't matter.
So yes, it does because hold on, because Jaden Daniels and them put up what?
They
40
they was
points.
not supposed to lose to Jaden Daniels.
Wait,
It wasn't. Not your house.
This is what I'm saying. This matters.
I knew they was going to win, but
this is what I'm saying. If Jaden Daniels is not able to put up 40 points in that game, fucking Detroit did enough to win.
Yeah,
Detroit had 31 points.
I want to hear that.
So it's like, no.
We already know you're fraud. We already know you're fraud.
I don't care about that because who the fuck? Detroit was blowing teams out throughout the whole year, and the team and their defense.
No, but they lost more players every week.
So what?
Every week they was losing players.
Nothing without golf.
No, bro, you can't say that, bro. A nigga, if your team lose 12 players on defense, that's going to make a difference, dog.
So what? Listen, fuck all that.
No, bro, that's going
them same defense players that they had there.
No, they wasn't because they kept going out every week. They literally had
nobody.
If you really want to get into it, Black, they only lost 6 starters.
No, it was not.
Role players.
No, it was not. They lost 12 players.
Listen, the rest of them.
No, they lost 12 players.
They lost 12.
But they wasn't all starters.
It wasn't all starters.
They all got to be starters. That's even worse. You telling me that I lost my starters, and then I lost my starters backups. What the fuck you want me to do, bro?
Listen, there's 11 niggas on that defense.
Like, but you lost 6 of them,
I lost 6.
That makes a difference.
Yeah, it makes
First off, when they lost whatchamacallit,
why not the Packers
the heart of their defense.
Why you coming at golf? Why not the Packers quarterback?
Oh, he getting it too. That trash ass.
No, when they lost the heart of their defense,
Jordan Love ass.
He never liked Jordan Love.
No, Jordan Love was ass.
Jordan Love ass.
I ain't going to do that.
Chopping block.
I ain't going to do that.
I ain't doing that
either. The same 3 receivers for the last 3-4 years and can't make one of them a number 1.
That
nigga ass.
I ain't going to do that with Jordan Love.
Jordan Love
because the one thing about
and watch this young boy go over there and he don't.
The one thing about Jordan Love, see, you can say something about his last season,
mechanics is all,
but you can't say nothing about the season before that.
Listen, for him to be,
remember what he did the season before that?
Hold on.
What did he do the season before that?
Listen. For him to be on the bench behind Aaron Rodgers for as long as he did, why is your mechanics off?
Seriously.
No, everybody don't play the same.
No, fuck all that, nigga.
Let him play the way that he's comfortable playing. Think about it.
Where
was that energy? Hold on. This is my problem.
Mechanics is normal football shit. That's not learning on
Because this is my problem. This is my problem. My problem be when y'all niggas move the goalposts.
Here we go.
When the season before last, everybody was praising him. Remember, he got paid. He got paid off of that season when he whooped Dallas ass in the playoffs. Remember, he got paid for that season.
Wasn't because of him, Black.
What? The nigga had 4 touchdowns. What are you talking about?
Aaron Jones was the one that won that.
No, he had 4 touchdowns. He threw 4 touchdowns, cuz. Yeah, look it up, cuz.
I don't know what you're talking about, Black.
Against Dallas. Look up his numbers against Dallas. Maybe it was 3 touchdowns.
But you talking about the playoff game?
Yeah, in that playoff game when they blew up the
touchdowns.
He did. I think he did.
He was balling that game.
I thought he was going to be great after that year.
He was balling that game.
And then he kept getting hurt.
But was that more so about Dak?
Jordan Love had 272 and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I told you, 3 touchdowns. That is a good game.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones had $118 and 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, they had a great.
That was a great game, and it was against.
I was so happy.
The Dallas that was the higher seed.
Yeah.
They put out the highest seed Dallas. And hold on.
Nobody expected that blowout.
And on top of that, they did it in Dallas home.
Yes.
They went to Dallas home and did that.
I ain't gonna put.
Come on, everybody was praising.
I wouldn't put Jordan Love
season.
on the chopping block yet.
Everybody was praising Jordan Love. It's only been 1 year since then.
I wouldn't do that, but I'm saying, but I was just mentioning golf. I was mentioning golf. So we gonna get into golf. Why not do that?
Oh no, he's wrong for golf.
Yeah.
I told him that.
My biggest issue with Jordan Love
That
is
golf
that,
shit, big.
Romeo Dobbs can be a number one receiver. Not Romeo Dobbs. What's the young boy name? Christian
You
Watson.
talking about
Christian
no? You
Watson.
talking about Christian Watson?
But he got hurt last
or
year.
the other boys.
And what's the other
Williams?
one?
Is his name Williams?
No.
What?
His young boy name.
That's what we talking about right there.
Damn, the other receiver. Fuck the one that
Reed
Reed.
Reed can be a number one receiver somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Romeo Dobbs, no.
I think they both
Christian
got
Watson,
hurt last year though.
Listen. Christian Watson got hurt, but
And shit, Jordan Love got hurt last year.
He get hurt every year.
He only been
He's only
been 2 years.
The reason
And he got hurt.
No, he got hurt.
He got hurt last year.
But he didn't get hurt the season
I'm
before.
trying to tell you something.
The reason I say that nigga's on the chopping block is because nigga, you are supposedly want to be one of these superb quarterbacks, but you can't make a number one for some reason. That young boy will go there and be pissed the fuck off.
No.
He gonna be pissed the fuck off. He's not gonna become a number one there.
I don't agree with that.
I don't know, man. You see his potential.
Green Bay gonna be good. I think first off, I think that they do gotta fix they gotta fix that offensive line.
Listen.
I didn't like how quick the teams was getting to him last season. Teams was getting to that nigga real quick. But but Jordan Love is a problem. Jordan Love is a problem.
He don't know how to
Black said teams was getting to him real quick. Well, why you don't get that same grace to Caleb?
No, Caleb.
He's not on my list yet.
No, Caleb on my list. Caleb, I'm putting that nigga on the chopping block.
Why?
Because getting out.
No, because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
See, I'm not putting him there
because Caleb came in.
There's only one.
Caleb came in with so much hype, right? Caleb came in with so much hype. They was comparing him to Patrick Mahomes coming out. They was they was putting him on a veteran quarterback lists before he even became a starter, right? So now, hold on. Now, remember when he was coming in, they said he's coming into the best rookie situation that of any quarterback, right?
Bullshit.
No, listen.
You can't
when
come
he
into
first
a whole bunch of weapons with no fucking
wait.
coach.
Hold on, cuz. This is what was being said all over the television when the nigga was coming in. They was like, yo, they surrounded this nigga with nothing but weapons. Right? Wait, hold on. What I'm saying is his team, the weapons that he came in with was more than Jayden Daniels. Was more than Jayden Daniels. You got like them weapons over there in Chicago.
You don't have time to
Keenan Allen.
You don't have time
DJ
to
Moore, Rome Medusa, fucking Swift. Come on, bro.
If you don't have the time to get it to them.
No. Look. When I watched it, at first I said, maybe it's because they getting to him too fast, right? But we sat up there and watched that Detroit game. We watched them games. When you watch them games, this nigga was overthrown. That has nothing to do with he was overthrowing his target.
But you gotta give him a chance, though.
It wasn't all bad games.
It wasn't.
Listen, that was later on in the season.
It was a lot of bad games.
The man is already pissed off.
It was a lot.
The season going anyway. So
wait. This the thing that burns me up about it, right? So they disrespected Justin Fields. Remember, they disrespected Justin Fields when he was in Chicago. Mm-hmm. They like, this guy is going to change the life in Chicago. Mm-hmm. The nigga won the same amount of games that Justin Fields won when he was there. 4 games. Come on, bro. Like when you come in,
I just believe they're not
he had the weapons, but at the same time, if you don't have the protection,
he don't have
the
no offensive line.
Listen,
He's not
his
Nah, I'm not blaming it on no protection. That's
he
what
was
I'm
already
He
shot.
a rookie quarterback. He ain't going out. He need his protection.
No, listen.
So
what are we
His
talking
confidence was
about?
already shook straight from the rip. His confidence was already shook
No.
because he kept getting.
Yo, if you watch them games, cuz.
I understand.
If you watch
them
them games, that nigga looked like he didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I know the
So
game.
if we could get Bryce a chance, we could definitely give.
If you get on the
I
NFL,
didn't know who gave Bryce a chance.
Let me ask you a question.
Y'all gave Bryce a chance.
So you
Listen.
gave Bryce a chance too.
No, Bryce is
But you
all
didn't.
right because
Right,
he played
but
good
you
at the end of the
right.
season.
So we gotta give
He
Caleb
played
another
good at the end
chance
of the
though. We gotta
season.
give Caleb.
But it's just Caleb. It's just Caleb. I feel like when you come in with that type, you know who I would compare it to, cuz like if I compare it to somebody in the NBA, it was Markelle Fultz. You remember when we went and got Markelle Fultz? And he was like number one. Everybody was talking about him. As soon as he got to us, that
He
nigga
was
lost
boring.
all ability
He
to
was
play.
so
And that's-
boring.
that
And
nigga
I
lost
said,
all
"What's
that's
so
the crazy
great?"
part,
And
'cause
then leave and be good somewhere else.
I just
Yeah,
recently
but I
talked
think-
to one of my coworkers that be.
But he left us and
into
he's
that
good.
shit.
So he was good
And he
somewhere
like
else. So
they put Markelle Fultz in a bad position. Like where they was trying to play him, they made him play something he wasn't.
But
like so,
he never
if you
lived
see
up to what
Markelle
he was
Fultz
supposed
now,
to
he
be.
look a little better than
He
when he
do,
was with
but
us.
he-
No, but
Yeah.
that
Man, he
no,
still didn't
no.
live
The
up-
position
still
that he
didn't live up
played.
to-
Whoa! The position that he
supposed
played
to
was the
be
position
good.
that he played in college.
Yeah.
So when he came to us, he played that same position
yeah,
because this was before they made Ben Simmons the point guard.
right. I just
They made Ben
it's-
Simmons the point
he
guard
couldn't
after he
shoot no
left.
more. For some reason, he just couldn't shoot no more.
But yeah, he lost all
Wait,
shooting
he
ability.
ain't playing with Ben.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that was.
But I'm saying
So they made Ben the point
but
guard,
Ben,
right?
no, they made Ben the point guard after they seen that he
He
wasn't
can't do it.
playing like he was playing in college.
Mhm.
Because when he was in college,
He was all
balling.
that. He was all that in college.
Yeah.
But that's how I feel about Caleb Williams. I feel like the hype.
I feel like I need to see more.
I feel like the hype was
I'm
just
gonna
so.
keep the same energy.
And I ain't gonna lie to you because
I gotta see
ain't gonna
more
lie to
from
you
these
because
That's how
players,
I
man.
am.
I ain't gonna lie to you
More,
because
I'm
a lot
saying.
of my harsh criticism is not even because of Caleb Williams.
How the fuck he ain't give up on Daniel Jones yet?
No,
You
listen.
seen plenty of him.
Listen. A lot of my.
He like
Well, I did see him. I seen Daniel Jones go to the playoffs though.
One time, Black.
And wouldn't go. Yeah, but
you
he
see one
went
good
though.
game for him.
So I
Yeah,
seen
so,
him able to
let me
go.
get-
But look, cuz, this is what I'm saying though. What really made the criticism.
Say some fuck shit.
What really made the criticism hard on Caleb.
Because of Jaden.
Because of Jaden Daniels, bro. If Jaden Daniels didn't do what he did this year, the argument wouldn't have been. It would have been a little bit lenient. But because he did what he did, and he went to
They
a lesser
went back
team,
and forth.
he went to a lesser team.
They went back.
No. You was just talking about
Jaden
winning.
did. Jaden
Whoa,
only won because
you was just talking
he
about
only
winning.
won because he got lucky on that last play.
Yo.
What are we talking about?
Yo,
Caleb was supposed to win that game.
where is
Oh my God,
where is Jaden Daniels go this year?
I can't.
Yeah, because you don't make no sense. 1 minute she want to talk about wins. Jaden Daniels went to a conference championship.
That's not what
Where
I'm
the fuck
talking
was
about.
Caleb
I'm
at?
talking about they wins
Where the
that they
fuck
had.
was
So
Caleb
obviously you see
at? No,
some promises.
where was
there.
Caleb at this
You
year?
see some promises.
How many
there.
wins?
That's what I'm
How
saying.
many wins? Ain't you the wins girl?
Oh
How many
my
wins did
God.
Caleb have?
He's a rookie.
Oh,
Just like
now he's a
Jaden
rookie,
Daniels.
cuz.
That's why
Now he's
Jaden
rookie,
Daniels
cuz.
hurt.
Before it was
That's
about
why they
wins.
win.
Before it was about wins, cuz.
He's a
Before it was
fucking
about
rookie.
wins. Before it was about wins.
Oh my God.
Now Jaden Daniels a rookie. Now
That's what I said. That's why they didn't put him over Hurts because he's a fucking
Jaden
rookie.
Daniels is a rookie.
That's why.
Okay.
Rookie.
Okay. And where did Jaden Daniels go? Where did Jaden Daniels go?
Like, do we
Where did
see
Jaden
on the
Daniels
last
go?
year? Are we going to do we see it on the year
Cuz,
before? No,
where
they
did
has been
Jaden
rookie.
Daniels go? Where did
Like,
Jaden
everybody
Daniels go?
changes the next year. They
Is
don't
they
have
both
the same
rookies?
year.
Hold up, is they both rookies?
Like,
cuz?
oh my God.
Is they both rookies? So what the fuck is she talking about?
And
Is
they
they both
don't have
rookies?
the same year.
Where did Jaden Daniels go?
They're not going to have the same year. They're not going to have the same year.
They don't have to have the same year.
Like,
but you got to play like
Caleb can step up.
Hold on.
He got potential to step up.
George, hold on.
Like, what are we talking about?
Hold on, George. Let's go over the facts now. Fuck all the screaming. Let's go over the facts now. Jaden Daniels came
I did never say he was better than Jaden Daniels. What are we talking about?
Time out. Jaden Daniels.
We having this argument if I said he was better than Jaden Daniels.
Go ahead. We're going to let you talk first.
Because we're not having that argument.
We're going to let you talk first.
We're having an argument. We see his potential. That's what I'm talking about. We see Caleb's potential. That he could do better next year.
When did you see his potential? In college?
No, in the peak.
I didn't see his potential last year.
That's what I'm saying. Some games when he shows up,
games.
Just like Bryson, you could see what they can do. I said, let's just.
That's a good comparison.
Let's just see exactly. Let's just see what he can do next year. You can't do that with a rookie.
We was talking about the young. We was talking about the young.
Right, he couldn't do none of that.
He wasn't consistent.
He couldn't do nothing.
He wasn't.
So you gotta give. That's what they gotta give Caleb another year.
He wasn't completely consistent.
Bryce
wasn't seeing the potential.
But I'm not even talking about Bryce. I don't even talk about Bryce. But what I'm saying is,
we gotta get. What I'm saying, we gotta give people leeway.
When you come out number one overall, right? The nigga was always scouted higher than Jaden Daniels, right? He was always scouted higher than Jaden Daniels. Am I wrong or right, cuz?
No, you're right.
We not comparing the quarterbacks.
Time out.
We know Jaden Daniels is better. We're not comparing the quarterbacks.
Hold on. He was only scouted higher than Jaden because he won the Heisman one of those years when he was in college. So he's automatically going to be put.
But I'm going down. I'm going down I'm going down the reason why Caleb started Caleb's career, and everybody already said this, so it's nothing new. But the reason why it was so under a microscope is because of how good Jaden Daniels did. That's facts, cuz. You can look it up. Because of what Jaden Daniels did, it made Caleb win. Because if we come in together, cuz, and you rank higher than me, and I go way further than you, people have a right to say, yo, bro.
But I'm not going to say that he's not going to do good the next year. I'm not going to say that.
If Cam Ward wound up,
I didn't say. Wait, I never said that though.
But you just gave up.
I said no. That's not what I said.
So we did not mention.
That's not what I said. What I said was we were talking about people that have to play better next year. We were talking about putting somebody on the chopping block. He's on the chopping block. He got to play good next year because they surrounded him with more talent now.
Yeah, but
they giving him more talent now.
He got to play better.
But you're putting him on a chopping block. That's too soon. He got one more year. I feel like he got another couple of years. We can't say. We gotta see. They're not going to get rid of him.
Because how many times are you going? All right. So last year, right before the season started, they had Chicago going far in the playoffs. Right. This season. Really hold on, because after this offseason, after everybody that they put over there, they talking about him again. They like, yo, Caleb gonna go.
I believe
Caleb gonna go. So now, if he don't go to the playoffs again, let's just say, hold on, cuz. Let's just say, all right, the first year they went out and they got all these players, right? All right, he only won 4 games. Let's just say this year they went out and got more players. They went out and surrounded him with even more players this year. They saying the same thing that they were saying then. Yo, he got a great team. They going to the playoffs. So if he only get 4 wins again, you telling me he's not on the chopping block?
No.
He's not.
Come on, bro.
He's not.
He's gonna be on the chopping block, bro. You give me 2 seasons. You give me 2 seasons of 4 wins back to back, bro. Come on, bro. They did it to fucking Justin Fields. How you not gonna do it to Caleb?
Listen.
Come on, that's not cool.
The reason I say this is because they done had the same offensive line since Justin Fields been there. The reason why Justin Fields had to take off as much as he did was because of that offensive line. They never fixed that offensive line.
No, but they went out and started picking up people this season.
Not on the offensive line.
Yes, they did.
They picked up one.
They was talking about picking up players on the offensive line this year.
That was a backup to a backup. That don't fix the line.
So he got potential to do better next year.
No, I'm not saying what he's.
I don't believe he's on the chopping block.
If he come back with 4 wins If he only get another season with 4 wins, it would.
But then
That's what I'm saying.
He's not going to get past the division anyway.
Because
he's not getting past
the only reason why I said that, George,
we know he's not getting past the division, Black. He's not going to get past the division, so we know that, Black.
Hold on.
But they
got
Caleb. Wait.
No, he's not getting past the division.
They didn't pick up Caleb like, oh, we're not going to get past our division.
Yeah, that's not.
They picked him up.
If you look at division now, so you think they beating Detroit. So you think they beating the Packers? I don't see that. So you think they beating Minnesota? No, they're not winning their division. See, here you are. You just a hater. You're a love hater. You're a love hater.
No, but cuz.
But I'm saying that organization over there, they picked up Caleb because they thought Caleb was
he was going to change life.
We know he's not going to do that.
So let me ask you a question, cuz. Go ahead.
The motherfuckers that's going to be on the chopping block is the management.
No, they already fired everybody. No, ain't nobody else fired.
I'm not talking about coaches and all. I'm talking about the higher ups.
Oh,
because y'all keep taking all these motherfucking good
people that go get the scouts and stuff like that.
Y'all not sitting up there fixing the main problem that they have, which is the protection of this man. Every quarterback that come in this league, with the exception of Joe Burrow, every quarterback that come in this league and they feel like they got to protect their investment, they put linemen around them. That's why you be seeing fucking first round picks. Oh, we took this tackle in the first round. We took this guard in the first round. They trying to protect their shit. They not trying to protect that man.
So who gonna go in the chopping block from the Bengals? Because they ain't changed shit over there neither.
Yeah,
they gotta
do something.
They not put Barrow on
the gonna be Burrow. I'm not saying like that.
It's gonna be management because of what they not fucking paying Trey.
No, but Caleb. See the Caleb situation. See the only reason why. If you're a GM,
take a lot of that slack.
If you're a GM, this the only reason why I said that. This is the only reason why I said that Caleb is going to be on the chopping block if he have another 4-win season. Because we invested in you. We came out and told everybody, Torch is going to change life over here. Now we keep winning the same amount we was winning when we crucified the young boy. When we crucified Justin Fields. Remember, they crucified Justin Fields. When we crucified Justin Fields, he had the same amount of wins as this nigga.
But if you go look at them two numbers, though, Black, like Justin Fields' numbers and Caleb numbers, you probably gonna see a difference. You probably be surprised.
Well, no, it's because they were two different types.
They seeing something that
they were two different types of quarterbacks too, because Justin Fields is a runner. But this is the crazy thing, cause
I think he'll do better with the Jets.
Fucking Caleb got more weapons than Justin Fields had over there too. Caleb got more weapons than Justin Fields had when he played.
They got the same protection.
No, I said he got more weapons.
Hold on. So do you believe that offensive lineman don't matter to the quarterback?
It does.
No, the offensive line matters. The offensive line matters.
Black is basically saying keep the same energy.
No. But the offensive line matters. But the problem that I have with that statement is that we're insinuating that it was all offensive line. No, bro, I watched games with him when he was watching. Wait, time out. I literally watched games.
Like almost 200 times.
Cuz I'm telling you, I literally watched games where this nigga was wide open in the pocket. This nigga was open in the pocket and he was overthrowing niggas. I watched the Washington game not the Washington game, the Minnesota game where he did it.
In the season.
No. This was when it first started happening. When Keenan Allen went at him on the sideline. He overthrew Keenan Allen, bro. It wasn't nobody rushing him. That was an overthrow. And Keenan was like, what the fuck? I'm not up there. What the fuck is you doing? Like, come on, bro. That don't have nothing to do with your offensive line.
Head, that's what I'm saying. A rookie quarterback. He gonna learn his lesson.
Next quarterback, Dak Prescott. That nigga on the chopping
He
block.
been on the chopping
block.
block.
How many times you gonna have these spectacular
when he only won
seasons?
2 playoff games.
Yeah.
These spectacular ass seasons and you don't do shit with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Now I will give him a pass because in a way I think it's not him. I think it's the Cowboys organization.
Yeah,
I feel like if he goes somewhere else that.
What team would be the best for him, Triz?
Yeah, where you see him at?
Because I need to know.
I don't give a fuck where you go. You just need to.
I ain't gonna lie. If I had to put him on a team,
He'd have been good. He'd have been
better
good
not say
on the
Chiefs.
Giants. He'd have been good on the Giants. He'd have been good on the Giants. He'd have been way more better than Daniel Jones.
No,
If he had
Prescott need a situation like the Bucks. That's the type of situation he needs.
yeah, the Bucks would be good for. But no, that's.
I'm
big
glad
thing.
you ain't say.
No, we gotta go. No, we gotta go
to
to the place that could.
You know what I'm glad because he's kind of good.
We gotta go to. He gotta go to a place that don't already got a franchise quarterback.
Oh,
So it would be. Damn. I mean, because.
So you think he would?
If you could trade one franchise,
I'm trying to tell you, he would have been
quarterback
good. He would have been going on Minnesota.
quarterback.
Like if Sam Darnold did good, what you think that kid do good on Minnesota?
If I had
put him on the 49ers
No.
That would have been good though. If they had everybody.
with a healthy
I
Christian McCaffrey.
think
Nah,
he would have been
I wouldn't
good
put
on
him
there.
on
If you get a good coach,
I would put him on. It would have to be like, yo, cuz you know where he would actually probably be good at? Arizona.
Could.
He would probably be good on Arizona because you got Marvin Harrison Jr.,
Trey McBride.
Like he got some weapons over there that he can, because he
But is it better than CD and all?
I mean,
No, it's not. I don't think it's about
He might just need a change of scenery.
I don't think it's about CD.
probably
See,
just-
a lot of players.
He may just need to play in a different system.
Yeah, because a lot of players in Dallas is about they always talked about. So you get scrutinized way more heavier when you on Dallas. You get talked about when you losing. You get talked about when you winning. They just get talked about all the time. So it's different.
Fuck
when you
that. I'm going this one. I'm going this route too. Michael on the part when he on the chopping block too. Cause nigga, how many times you gonna be in the running for this MVP, defensive player MVP and all that, nigga? You don't win.
He just wasn't as good as we thought, but I don't think he on a chopping block.
Well,
You
Michael
don't win.
Parsons.
Nah, he on that shit.
Nah.
How many times you gonna be in the running for
No,
this
I think people hype him up every year, beginning of the year, they hype
They
Michael
just come to Philly,
up
you won't
so
win.
bad.
Nah,
And then towards the end of the season, he ain't doing nothing.
It's not hype though. Mike is.
It's about just.
It's not hype.
I think Micah.
It's about just come to Philly, you gonna win it.
I think they do put Micah up there because he is on the
Micah is
Cowboys.
Micah,
I'm not saying he's not, but I feel like they make him bigger than what the
That
fuck
nigga
he
on the
really
chopping
is.
block because he want to be in Philly.
Let me tell you something. Every player,
Because he don't never do nothing with us.
Every
So I'm not
player-
scared of Micah when we play.
every
guys.
player on
I'm
the
sorry.
Cowboys is bigger than what they are because it's the Cowboys.
Yeah, because it's the Cowboys.
Yeah, man.
Like, all of
That's
those
the
players-
market.
But I think he's a good player.
No, he is.
No, but he wanted the top. He
But
wanted the
I
top.
don't. I'm not gonna say
His
on the
class.
chopping block. He's not.
My
He's about to get all this money. He's about to get
What's
all
your
this
last
money.
player on the chopping block? Cuz?
It ain't a player, it's a coach. Sean McDermott. Bring your ass down.
Are you serious?
That's tough. That's tough. Cuz.
Sean McDermott.
Why?
And I love you because you was born and bred in Philly. You know what I'm saying?
But why though?
Because you got this beast ass fucking quarterback in Josh Allen and you can't win shit.
But all right. So
Sean McDermott, bring your ass down.
Oh, so you say
But
like
we
Cincinnati
agree
got
that-
rid of their coach because all
We
they
agree
did was
that
take them
that
to the
team
playoffs.
need more.
When Cincinnati got rid of Marvin, all they did was take them to the playoffs every year, right?
Who?
Cincinnati.
What about
When they got rid of Marvin, right?
Marvin?
Their coach.
Oh, no.
And they was going to the playoffs every year.
But see, that was Andy Dalton though.
Yes, but that's what I'm giving
We
you
talking
that.
about 8 years ago.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, what I'm saying is, do you think without that coach, they're going to do great without that coach?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
no, Josh Allen. No,
I don't think so.
They
I don't
McDermott is a good-
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't think so.
Coach with Sean
I don't.
McDermott.
And you see, no, but Bengals ain't making the playoffs in 3 years. So
See,
Marvin actually was a good coach to me.
That's not on the coach.
I think Marvin was a good coach, and I think
that's on the GM.
That's on whoever is making these decisions to pay fucking T. Higgins $70.
No, but you can say that about
that about Buffalo too, cause
you can say
they
that
not
about
putting
Buffalo
nothing around.
You have to no, but the only reason why it's a little harder to say that is because he did have weapons. There was a time where he had weapons around.
Sean McDermott been there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But you supposed to replace your weapons with better weapons.
Like Sean McDermott has been
but
there.
The crazy thing is, Torch. The crazy thing is that when he actually his best season was actually this past season.
It's been every year. He can't get out.
He just can't beat Mahomes. So we going to fire him because he can't beat Mahomes?
Listen,
I don't know.
That is true. He can't.
He just can't beat Mahomes.
I think it's a little debatable that last year was his best season.
It was because he proved himself.
As far as
he did.
As far as the turnovers, you can say that.
Yeah, but that is a part of quarterback.
Because throwing wise, Josh Allen
he didn't have a lot of turnovers.
No, he had better seasons throwing.
I know, but he didn't. That's why he had
talk about a quarterback. When you talk about a quarterback, you can't separate turnovers from the quarterback because
but I'm saying statistically though.
But Josh Allen
when you look at
Josh though,
when you look at his numbers that year and the year previous to that.
Yeah, but
statistically, he threw for more yards.
But he got way more touchdowns. He got way more interceptions. Yeah. This year, he only had 3 interceptions. Yeah. That is amazing.
The conversation is not about
that. Is amazing. Like that was
my reason I say
because when I'm telling you,
and he's going to be known as a coach that just couldn't get
But my question to you, is that more so on that coach or that GM that's not putting those pieces around that team?
Last year was the GM, but all the years leading up to it is Sean McDermott. Because nigga, you get into
I don't know if it's a coach.
You know,
I'll take away the playoff game when they was going back and forth because Mahomes just balled the fuck out. But all them other times going against Mahomes and Andy Reid, like, listen, we understand that you was under Andy Reid.
But he beat Mahomes in the regular season.
So we need to know.
No.
Since you said that, you need to talk about Lamar's fucking coach. We need to talk about that motherfucker because he's been in there for 20 years. And what he been doing?
He got a ring out there for 20 years.
He got a ring.
See? That's
he got a Super Bowl ring.
How long ago was that? Flacco? With Flacco? Like, what are we talking about?
He got one, though.
But I'm just saying, you talked about... I'm saying, Lamar's in the same boat then.
Been there way longer than Josh Allen has.
Here we go.
And he has not been
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of that shit, I believe...
Like any other coach?
Like with Josh Allen, with Josh Allen. When I watched that Cleveland City game,
already, we different. Our fan base is different.
We had one bad losing season with Andy Reid.
Well, that's us. That's us. We get rid of niggas.
That's what I said. We don't give.
But I'm saying because look at the rest of these quarterbacks. I mean, look at the rest of these coaches that just survive off their name. Mike Tomlin.
No, but
when the last time they won something, cuz?
No, but when we talk about Andy Reid,
now first of all, he should have been last.
No, Josh Allen's getting to the playoffs every year.
Exactly.
Because when you talk about Andy Reid,
the Steelers coach should have been out of here. Mike should have been out of here.
Andy Reid was with us how long, cuz?
15 years, 14 years, one of them. 15.
And how many Super Bowls he won with us?
No.
It don't matter. We make playoffs almost every year.
So,
and we make the fucking championship.
So
I still have Andy Reid though.
So what I'm saying is that Josh Allen.
We should never got rid of Andy Reid.
Josh Allen made it to the playoffs.
What I'm saying, Sean McDermott has been there longer than Josh Allen has. Nigga, you done had pretty decent rosters in order to make something happen.
No.
I'm lying. Bring him no.
Because
who else is coming in?
Nobody.
Who else is coming in, Triz? Who else is coming in, Triz?
He wasn't. But at the end of the day,
who else is going to come in, Triz?
Listen.
And do what he did.
When you go to a team and they don't have a quarterback, and then a few years later, you get a franchise quarterback like Josh Allen, they expect you to be able to do something with that.
It's not a lot of great
They
coaches.
go to the
It's not a lot of great coaches out here.
And
There's not a lot of great coaches out here.
And they always go. They always go to like the second round.
That ain't enough.
No,
because you have a Josh Allen on your team, and you want to
this actually leads into my take.
Hold on, listen. You got a Josh Allen on your team, right? Why you copycatting the Eagles to try to get a tush push to get a first down or a touchdown? Nigga, make your own wind up. Why no, nigga?
Yo, this is copycat league.
Because he wanted to
fuck all that. But you the main one first down talking about, no, I want to get rid of the tush push. Why? Because you can't do it?
Yeah, because he can't do it.
Come on, bro.
Thank you for watching another episode of the Fan Book Podcast. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, or you're a fraud. Thank you.